Greetings everyone, I'm RSV. Let's talk about the Waker class. Now the Waker class is a new class that's coming in August. It is basically the Summoner class from base game, but it will be different this time around. We no longer have the Sweets box, which means that a unique progression of Summoner will be lost, but it will be more streamlined and we'll have to augment our attacks and our units for the Waker class. However, there are a couple of concerns about the class that I and other members of the community have. You'll notice that there are 3 pets. Each of them are 3 distinct colours, and each of them have a theming that fits into melee, range, or tech. So one of the big summoner worries is that we will have to augment either all augments on our units or augment 3 different attacks to be optimal. And if that's the case, will all 3 pets be viable? And if this is the case, will players be able to play the pet of their choice? Will they all be in a playable state on their own? Or will Wakers be forced to use all 3 of them to be optimal? Those are 2 big worries that I've seen come up, and both of them seem supported with what we know already. It is possible that the class will have a conversion mechanic that converts any of the attack types to all of them. However, going by NGS's track record, that is not something that we can currently count on. Another concern people have had is how easy will it be to pick up the class once it drops. Not only do we have to level it, we have to get tax for it, we may have to get the pets, and there's a lot of unknowns around it at the moment. So I think this is okay. Those are things that we can find out once it actually drops. There's no real point in worrying about it. Though ultimately and personally, I feel like the class has lost a lot of its appeal by moving away from the snack box. I hear mixed opinions on it, and my stance is it loses its class fantasy by being homogenized. While there are summoner horror stories, at least you have that class fantasy. You can legitimately say that you are a summoner. You leveled up all those pets from scratch, and you are proud of that, regardless of how hellish the experience was. And personally, if they had the Sweets box, I'd be ready to do all of that in NGS right now. If we had to level up our pets and go through that experience again, I'd be all down for it. Though now I feel the class has potentially lost a lot of its flair. By the looks of things, you no longer have to keep an eye on your pet's health, you no longer have to buff your pets. There's no synergy around it. There's no actual sitting back and letting the pet do the work as a summoner while you make sure the pet is healthy. Instead, by the looks of things, you have to physically get in there, which is a nice change stylistically, but I feel like it is too far a departure from what we had in base game. And I feel like the class fantasy is lost again for this reason. But ultimately, that is just my opinion, and the class may feel really good to play when it comes out. Hell, even I think the class looks really cool, regardless, and I will be trying the Summoner class once it does drop, and I will review it for everyone. But I've been RSV, what do you think of the Waker reveal? And I'll see you next time.